Hi, it's Linda with No Frills ASMR. I ran to Trader Joe's today and they have the new November Fearless flyer in stores. So I picked that up. I thought we could just take a quick peek through that. I wanted to show you the ingredients of what I'm planning to do is set up in my kitchen in a couple hours here and make a potato leek soup. I haven't made something like this in a very long time, if ever, I don't know. But I've made similar, I make mushroom soups and things like that. So I thought, well, maybe I'll make this. So the ingredients, I thought I'd show you real quick what I bought in case you also want to make it. I got these leeks. Now at Trader Joe's they have these trimmed leeks, so they take the tops and the bottoms off, which is, I guess, kind of nice, I guess. And this was, there are only 2 in here, but that's plenty. I think it was trimmed leeks, $2.99. And then I bought gold potatoes. That is one thing that I don't think Trader Joe's has the best prices on. I feel like my grocery store I can get, well, actually, I don't know. My grocery store will sometimes have the giant bag of like 10 pounds of russet potatoes. But for this, you kind of want the gold potatoes because they're a little creamier. But anyway, so I ended up, instead of buying the big bag, because I didn't think I'd really want more than this, I bought these 3. And the way Trader Joe's does it, they charge you per potato. So these were 79 cents a piece, but I think 3 will be plenty. I'm just going to make enough soup for my husband and I. Maybe if my son's here, there'll be some for him. I don't know if he'll be here. So there's some of the ingredients. And then I got a clove of garlic. Well, a head of garlic. Each one of these is a clove. This is the head. My cousin one time didn't know how to cook, and they said 3 cloves, and she used 3 heads of garlic. Probably delicious. But anyway, so I'll use some cloves of garlic. And I have, this is fresh thyme that I have in my herb box outside. So I just cut this off. You could buy dried thyme or fresh thyme or skip it, like whatever you've got. Because sometimes the herbs at the grocery are ridiculously expensive, honestly. If you can grow them in your window, it'll save you money. But thyme lasts for pretty deep into the year. Usually I can keep trimming it even through Thanksgiving if it doesn't get too cold. And then I have some bay leaves and some chicken broth. So that's kind of the plan for the soup. Oh, and then what you'd normally do, I'll hopefully make it in a video. It's simple. It's simple. But at the end, usually you add some cream, like I know in Europe it's like full cream. Here they have whipping cream. That's full cream, or half and half, which is half milk, half cream. If I had half and half, I'd use it. I didn't feel like buying a thing of whipping cream or half and half because I'm not gonna, it would be like a waste for me because I wouldn't use it all. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of milk. And then I think I have some leftover sour cream from when I had burritos. So I'll put the rest of the sour cream in there and that'll be good. It doesn't really need the cream that much. So that's kind of, and then salt and pepper. That's kind of the recipe for the potato leek soup. And then I thought you could like make bacon and crumble the bacon real crispy and fine and kind of put that on top of the soup. But it's getting weird because it's just Greg and I, and we just don't eat like that much bacon. It's not like a normal thing. So like I just want like enough to crumble into bowls of soup. So I didn't want to buy the big thing of bacon because I'm just not needing all that. So I ended up getting these oven baked cheese bites. And I thought I could crumble these up and put it on top just for like a little salty, crunchy yumminess. I don't know how that'll be. Hopefully it'll be good. So I'm putting that on. And then I also bought, to go with it, this sourdough bread. I already had 3 pieces out of here I made sandwiches for everybody for lunch. But this is pretty good. I kind of like the Aldi's sourdough, or Whole Foods has a whole wheat sourdough. That's really yummy. And they sell a half loaf, which is nice, which is actually about the size of this this one. But this is still pretty good. So I'll probably toast this up and maybe on the soup drizzle a little olive oil on a little of this, and then you can kind of dip the bread in there. I could make croutons, but I don't know. I'll decide later. But anyway, so I got that. So if you're kind of looking at budget right now, which I totally would understand, it's not the cheapest meal in the world, but you could make it bigger by just adding more potatoes and maybe more chicken broth. The leeks were 3, basically. The potatoes, which you could probably buy cheaper than I did. This was $3, which you wouldn't have to do. The sourdough bread was $3.50, but you could make a lot. Like I made chicken salad sandwiches with it earlier today. So, and then I bought some eggs, so I can do eggs and toast. And sometimes I like it with just butter and jam. I'm looking for the potatoes. Oh, here they are. So these 3 potatoes were $2.37. Potatoes have gotten kind of expensive sometimes. I don't know. And then this garlic, it was probably under $1. Oh, 49 cents for the garlic. You know what? I bet the bay leaves are probably one of the more expensive. They were $4. Now this will last quite a bit, but I have never been convinced bay leaves do anything. I use them because they say to, but it's like not something I feel like if I left it out, it would make any kind of difference. So I wouldn't like concern yourself. And then this, of course, I had in my garden, and that just makes it nice. So what were we talking about? Like 3, 4, 5, 6. What was this? $2, 7, 8. I think it was $2. And then so $8.50 you could kind of make the soup, but to make it extra special, maybe 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know, maybe about $15 or so. But you might be able to get more soup if you watered it down a little. All right. So let's see here. The Fearless Flyer Thanksgiving Guide. Oh, you know what else I got? I got this. We saw this in the last Trader Joe's Fearless Flyer I did. This vanilla sugar. I wanted to try putting it on my coffee. It's not as cute as I thought it would be. It kind of looked like dirt on the coffee. But it tastes pretty good. Yeah. I don't know if I put enough on my coffee, honestly, because now that I just licked it off my palm like a horse, it tastes pretty good. I think this was $3.99, and they take, what are the ingredients? Cane sugar, ground bourbon, vanilla beans. Oh, I thought they soaked the sugar in the beans, but it's actually just ground up with it. Oh, it smells really nice. And you know, this one that I showed you that I'm going to put on the soup, I think. This is just cheese. Cheese, and they kind of toast it until it's crunchy. When I was on like keto, I used to eat this stuff. See, it only has 1 gram of carb. But it's tasty. All right, turkeys are flying in November 13th. All our turkeys are 100% fresh, meaning they're never frozen. You know, I don't think being frozen is like a big deal, honestly. And depending on which one you choose, they come with a variety of additional attributes. So they must have like organic and stuff. All right, a pie in the hand. Each Trader Joe's teeny tiny pies is about 3 inches in diameter. 3, about that. And filled to its tiny brim with seasonal goodness. Petite pecan pies include junior mammoth pecan halves and are brushed with a sweet white sugar glaze, while our itty-bitty apple pies are made with sweet tart northern spy apples and topped with brown sugar crumble. How much, I think? $5.49. I don't know. I feel like the what brand is it? Marie Callender's? Might be. They have their frozen pies, and around Thanksgiving they'll put them on sale sometimes. So you can get like 2 for cheap. I don't know, $6 or something. They have a pretty good pecan pie and apple and pumpkin. I think they're all pretty good if you don't like making pie. It's pretty easy to make pie, except apple. Apple's a pain in the butt. All right. Concentrate on maple pecan cold brew. I'm not a cold coffee drinker. I like my coffee hot. I like my coffee like I like my men. Hot. Okay. Vanilla bean whipped sweet potato. Yes. Why didn't we think of this before? This hearty, heat-neat dish starts with a base of sweet potatoes, heavy cream, and butter. Okay. Our suppliers season the mixture with sea salt, nutmeg, brown sugar to bolster its authentic vanilla. Okay. Salty and sweet. Vanilla bean whipped sweet potato. Maybe. I don't know. I make the sweet potato, with... I just kind of mash it with some, I don't remember, maybe brown sugar, maybe butter. And then I put it out, and then half I do marshmallow and half I do pecan and brown sugar and stuff, because I like the pecan part. My husband likes the marshmallow. Marshmallow's for children. But he loves it, so fine. Cheese ball in a tub. Well, the worst part, though, is he eats all the marshmallow off the top and leaves the sweet potato. Like, why don't I just make you a melted marshmallow? Oh, here's the crossword. Look how they made this. They made it so it won't fit in the camera. Take a dip and spread cheer. A spicy and sweet, creamy pepper dip. Is that like, how did you guys ever buy it's like a jelly, and it's sweet and spicy pepper. I forget what it's called. Hot pepper jelly, maybe. And then you put it over cream cheese and you eat it with like Ritz crackers. Oh my God, I love that so much. It's so yummy. Is that what this is? Just already mixed up? I think it is. Yep. Jalapeno peppers, fire roasted peppers, vinegary chili sauce that's sweet, all set against a backdrop of delightful, rich I've said this wrong for so many years, I don't know how to say it correctly. Neufchâtel. I always called it Newfoundland cheese, which is a light. They used to call it light cream cheese, like Philadelphia would call that light cream cheese. I don't know. Great for dipping with crackers. Yeah, that's what that is. Holiday cheer cheese spread. Unexpected cheddar cheese. I don't love their unexpected cheddar. I did it first. At first I was like, this is good. And I don't know, I lost my taste for it, especially the spread. It's just like, I don't know. What does it say? Unexpected cheddar cheese spread. Genuinely tastes like holiday cheer. Creamy, fruity, savory, buttery. Oh my God. Stuff yourself with snacks. Trader Joe's Thanksgiving stuffing seasoned kettle chips. I did see those there. It didn't sound that interesting to me. I just wanted salt. I can't. Maybe a vinegar. Vinegar and salt, maybe. Ours begin with high quality potatoes, sliced thin and kettle cooked in small batches. Da, da, da. All the characteristics one associate with tender, bready stuffing in a crisp, crunchy chip. No, thank you. And then they have a stuffing flavored popcorn. No, thanks. Persimmons for me. You know, I don't think I've ever had one. I don't think I've ever had a persimmon. Persimmon. I know I bought one once, but I didn't really know what to do with it, and it possibly wasn't right because it didn't taste good, and I really didn't know what I was doing. Maybe, okay. Let's figure it out. I'm going to try to figure out how to know when one's ripe, how to cut it, and maybe I'll make a video showing all these things and talking about it. Let's learn about it. It has an apple-like crunch, really. Taste-wise, the mild sweet flesh suggests notes of stone fruit and cinnamon. Really? Aside from eating them out of hand, you can chop persimmons to add to cereal, yogurt, and salads. Create a seasonal charcuterie board with persimmon slices, prosciutto, and our sheep milk cheese with quince jam. Well, that sounds kind of good. And then what is this? At 89 cents each, okay. You can afford to get creative in the kitchen. All right. This year, I'm going to try that. Appetizing salad kit. What does it have? Spinach, kale, green leaf lettuce, Mizuna butter lettuce, tango, green oak lettuce, green chard, arugula, frizzy, red chard, red leaf lettuce, Lola rosa, radicchio, and red oak lettuce. That's a lot of lettuce. That's a lot of different lettuces. What else? We choose the best of what's been recently harvested in the U.S. and Mexico. Sorry for Mexico. Long ago, I started to say Mexico, but I guess as a white one, I really should. Inside the kit, you'll also find a packet of Trader Joe's unexpected cheddar shreds. Crisp, dried apple crisp. I'd rather have fresh. With cinnamon. And crunchy pecan pieces. Maybe. Okay, how are we going? We're going to have to fold this. Organic cremini mushrooms, which are just little portobello mushrooms. Did you know that? Oh, I gave away the answer. Pop quiz. What would a cremini mushroom become if it were allowed to continue growing? If you guessed portobello, you are obviously a mysophile. And if you guess something completely different, we have confidence in your capacity to reach mysophile status. Best of all, no matter what you guess, you're welcome to stop by your neighborhood Trader Joe's for a package of organic cremini mushrooms to call your own. I love them. I love mushrooms. Double cream brie. The outer shell, the crust, whatever you call them, brie, I don't like it. I don't like it. I always have to take it off and then just eat the brie. You know, probably if I did that thing where they melt it and then I could kind of not have to eat that outer part. I think because I go to so many art gallery openings, they always have brie and they just hand it to you with that moldy crust. And everybody's like, oh, it's so delicious. I'm like, I don't like it. It's real weird tasting. It's delightful on its own, served with a TJ baguette or added to an elevated grilled cheese sandwich. Or, to really learn its double creaminess, top your wheel of brie with honey, nuts, and herbs and wrap it in pie crust and bake at 350. Could I take the top off and then do that and then wrap it in pie crust so when I eat it, I don't get any of that outer part? I know my sister's always that's the best part. What's wrong with you? Sheep cheese with, do you say it quince or do you say quince? I don't know. From Spain. don't get it. So is this sheep milk cheese, is it like, are they just pairing it or is it on it? Oh, it's injected into the curds. Okay. Nantucket cranberry pie. That sounds kind of good, but I love just plain old cranberry sauce. It's like my favorite thing. Some guests want pie, others want cake, others still a cobbler. Trader Joe's has a solution to this dessert dilemma. Nantucket-style cranberry pie. This tart and nutty base is complemented by buttery notes with hints of almonds and vanilla throughout that serve to truly set this dessert apart. Dog and cat advent calendars, that's cute, but I don't think Cooper likes the treats that they have here. I don't know. Cinnamon buns made for us in Denmark. Trader Joe's cinnamon buns fit into the long tradition of Northern European sweet buns. Huh. I don't ever buy any of this stuff. Rosemary's Nutty. Here are the types of turkeys. All natural, antibiotic-free, brined fresh young turkey. All natural, glatt, kosher fresh young turkeys. Organic young turkeys that are free range. $4 a pound. Okay. Lately I've just been getting a turkey breast. I don't get the legs. Because nobody in my family really eats the dark meat very much. I know. We're so basic. But I have had the kosher chickens at Trader Joe's, and they brine them longer or something. I don't know. But they're like a whole chicken, and they're brined, and they're really yummy. They're very good. They're better than their other chicken. They're more expensive, but they're really good. Bread and gravy for less dough. Herb pull-apart rolls. That sounds good. Sink your teeth into one of our herb pull-apart rolls, and you'll notice they're incredibly tender compared to other store-bought options. The secret, it's our potato flour blend. Maybe. You'll also notice we added a melodic combination of herbs, including parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Warmed in the oven at 400 degrees for 3 to 5 minutes. These rolls deliver a chewy crust and tender crumb. That sounds pretty good. Turkey flavored gravy. What does flavored mean? Is it turkey gravy? It's rich with turkey flavor, savory herbs and spices. I wonder if that's like a vegetarian, so it tastes kind of like mind-boggling cranberry collection. Fresh cranberries. Oh, look, they have 4 quarters, 1 pound of butter for $3.99 for $4. I think that's pretty good right now. I was at another grocery store, and their butter prices were like high. So I think $3.99. So that's $1 per stick. That's about as good as you're gonna get right now, I think. Yeah, that's not bad. Fresh cranberries. That's what I was looking at. I love cranberries. All right, cranberry sauce in a jar. I will say it's easy to make cranberry sauce. But if you don't want to, this cranberry sauce in a jar that they have is good. It's just cranberry sugar, water, and then pectin. That kind of gives it the gel. And I usually buy some just to have for like after Thanksgiving in case we eat all my cranberry sauce on Thanksgiving. So I have some for like leftovers. But lately I've been making 2 bags of cranberries because we eat a lot. I love cranberry sauce. All right. You pick pies. Apple crumble pie. That would not be my personal pick, but I'd have to buy it for my family because they love it. Pecan pie. Yes, I love a delicious pecan. Now, there's good pecan pie and there's bad pecan pie. But a good one, oh my God, I love it so much. Pumpkin pie. I have to get it because my son loves pumpkin pie. It's okay. I'll have like the tiniest sliver just so I can say like, okay, check Thanksgiving. cranberry relished 3 ways. I don't like any of the. I just want cranberry, sugar, water, maybe lemon juice, maybe. Oh, look, they have this where you can make your shopping list. That's kind of nice. Stuffing mixes. Yeah, they have a cornbread stuffing. I like a regular traditional, but that's only because that's what I grew up with. I just didn't grow up with cornbread stuffing, so I'm not really familiar with that. They do have a gluten-free stuffing if you need that. That's kind of nice, I guess. 3 pounds of organic sweet potatoes for $5. That's pretty good because 3 pounds, you could make a lot of food with that. I do find Thanksgiving dinner to be, because everything goes on sale, and you can end up getting the whole dinner pretty cheap, I think, I mean, if you're trying to budget. Extra fine French green beans frozen. Yeah, I always make this with the green beans and the mushroom soup and the fried onions. I do. My kids love it, and that's my excuse for making it, but the truth is, I love it. And I'll usually just use the Campbell's mushroom, cans of green bean, the onions on top. Done. Let sweet take its course. Pie crust. I found their pie crust kind of hard to work with one time, but I don't know. Maybe they've changed it. Mini marshmallows. I think these are vegan marshmallows. They're a little different texture, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe all marshmallows are vegan. I don't know. Pumpkin pie spice. Candied pecans. What else? 4 different. Oh, advent calendars. Oh, that's fun. But these are the ones they had last year because I bought them, I know. Bergamot and Vetiver collection. What is that? Is that a candle? I don't know. Oh, okay. But they're not just for your olfactory aesthetic. They are functional too. The cleaning spray is multi-purpose cleaner. Oh, and they have a room spray and a hand soap. Interesting. Cranberry clementine Greek yogurt. That sounds kind of tasty. I try that. Sparkling violet tea. Do they mean violet like violet flower? Is that what? Because I don't like flower flavor. I don't think. Cornbread crisps. Cornbread mix. I like a good cornbread. Can of corn candle. What? Now, some other stores out there might never think to model a scented candle after an ordinary can of corn, but this is Trader Joe's, and this is no ordinary can of corn. A favorite fixture of our grocery shelves since 1992, our canned whole kernel corn's iconic label serves as the exterior inspiration for this candle. That's funny. Creamy corn. I gotta go cook this dinner, so I will talk to you guys. I may have to revisit this come Thanksgiving prep